Okay, so hello again. Today we will be talking about animation in Unreal 5.6. Mostly, I will be talking about the updates that Unreal brought us with a release of 5.6, but not only. So some of the things, tools that I will be showing you today were introduced in earlier versions of Unreal, but I still think that we need to talk about them because they are super helpful. Um, I'm pretty sure that not everyone knows how to work with them because I didn't know how to work with them, and some of the um, tools are not highly popular on YouTube and on real videos and lectures, but they are still really helpful and useful, and we even use them on our project. And for whom it will be? It will not only be for animators, it will also be useful for technical animators and riggers and anyone who work in Unreal, especially with characters and especially with animation in Unreal. And as I told, some of these tools we were using on our product, some I was using on projects that were connected to our project. So we can use it in our work. Um, so let's start. I will create a folder just to organize it better. Knowledge sharing folder, and I will create a sequence. I will use this way just because it will go into this folder right away. Knowledge sharing sequence. Let's save it and let's open this. I will not be animating from scratch. I will use an existing animation just to speed up the process, and I will show you everything on this existing animation. So when I have the sequence, I need to put here my animation and my character. So let's find our menu. I will put menu here. And while he's selected, I'll go here, add actor track, and many simple 3 because I already have some menus hidden here, so never mind. We will be using this many 3. Okay, as you can see, Unreal already created control rig because this menu has control rig assigned. I didn't create this, Unreal created this. And we need to find this animation. I prepared it here. Yeah, so that animation is a standard one from Unreal. And let's grab it and just move it into the sequencer, into the animation track. Yeah, right here. And if you are trying to play this, nothing happens. That's because I have animation and control rig both in my sequencer. So I need to delete control rig. Let's just see the name, CR mannequin body. We will need it later. I will just delete this. And now my animation plays. So we will work with this animation. Let's just start with 0 frame and 29. Yeah, so it's more comfortable. Okay, so I started from the first frame. Just organizing it better. Now, I need to bake this animation to control rig. So I want to animate on top of this animation, just edit the animation. And I can do it by baking the animation to control rig. For that, I'm clicking here, control rig, and I need to find this control rig, which it was used automatically. It was this one. Oh, no, sorry. I need to bake this. Not just add the control rig, but to bake. So I'm clicking here, bake to control rig, and I'm choosing which one. Okay, just create. And as you can see, we have all of this animation back to our controller rig, and I can edit all of this right now. And we prepared everything for our today's lecture. Let's see what we have. I know that animators love Maya because Maya gives you a lot of customization. You can create your own hotkeys. You can arrange windows, whatever you want. And you can do the same in Unreal. So if you open Edit, Editor Preferences, and type here sequencer, you find a lot of hotkeys that you can assign, and some of them Unreal assigned for you. So you can just find the command that you need and just put a hotkey that you like to this. I will not change anything. I will use standard hotkeys. Mm-hmm. And let's continue with our favorite, with enabling all the plugins that we need for that. So I go Edit Plugins, and let's see. I will show you all the plugins that we will need for today's lecture. So we will need VRender. This one, we will need it for rendering. The next one, Animator Kit, this one. Also enable this. The next one, Geometry Cache. And I hear that somebody is not muted, so please find yourself and mute because I don't see who it is. And the last plugin that we need, Media Viewer. Media Viewer. Okay. And that's all. So please enable all these plugins and restart Unreal, and you will be ready to go. I enabled everything, so we are prepared. What Unreal introduced in this release is experimental gizmo. After enabling all of these plugins, I guess for this you just need Animator Kit. If you go here, you will have use experimental gizmos. Let's just find a control. I didn't enable it yet, so let's see. Our gizmo looks like this. If I enable these experimental gizmos, our gizmo look like this. I don't know, from what I read on internal epics, chats on our projects, a lot of technical animators are really happy about it. For me, it doesn't make any difference, but maybe you will love it better. So please see, test a new gizmo. Maybe you will, use it with more pleasure than the previous one. I don't care, so I will just turn this off for now. Yeah, so that was new gizmo. The next thing, constraints. And yes, constraints were in Unreal before, but let's talk about this anyway, because not all the animators animated in Unreal, and probably not of animators, not all animators know how to work with them. So you have this tab, and by the way, if you don't have this, you can change the mode here. So it's like in Maya, like rigging mode, animation mode. Just change to animation and you will have all of these. We have, well, for constraints, we have like one way, but I would say that we have two ways to constrain things. I have a ball here, just a regular ball. Let's go here. And let's say that I want him to hold this ball in his left arm. Let's do it first with Snapper. It's not a constraint, but it does the same job, almost the same. So I'm choosing the ball as its children. I'm choosing this control as parent. Snap position, yeah, and snap animation, and see what happens. Okay, something bad happened. Oh, yeah, it was here. Yeah, because our animation starts here. So Unreal snapped our ball to our arm. And we have all the animation with this snapping. And let's see where it went. So we have a sphere here, and sphere has animation. So it's transformed. It's keyed all the transforms. Let's not do this. So we are done with this way. Let's just delete all the, oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't reduce our range. So I will do this right now. I will just delete all of this. And I will reduce our range of motion. Okay. And the second way of creating, like of constraining the object to the control is just constraints. So we have it here, animation constraints. Let's just select our level sequence. Select parent. I want the parent to be this control. Select. And I need to add it here as constraint. I can add translation, rotation, scale, locate, and I want parent. I just want everything. Okay, and it's constrained. I think there was an option. Let me check. Yeah, so there was an option here. Maintain offset or not maintain offset. Yeah, so I clicked with maintain an offset. So our sphere will be here. But you can uncheck this. And let's see what happens. And our sphere is following our, you know what? Let's undo this. And where is our sphere? It's here. Let's just place it manually around our arm. Yeah, just like that. Maybe it's too big. Maybe let's do it like, oh no. Oh no, Unreal. Yeah, like that. That's okay. And let's do it once again. Select parent. It will be this one. In our sphere. Yeah, parent. Now he plays this death animation with a ball. Okay, and with the constraints, let's just find this constraint. It's under the sphere here. So you see, there is a key. And this is the key that means that constraint works. Let's say that here, I don't want my constraint to work. So I key it once again. And let's see, my hand is still, moving, and the sphere stays in the same place where it was here. And let's say that here, I want my sphere to continue being constrained. So I key again, and sphere continues to move. So there is a little bit strange trajectory of the hand. So it just moves like that. You can change the position. So let's see, let's do it like this. We will key here. Let's just move our sphere before that. Like somewhere here. Okay, let's see why it didn't work. Let's key the location. Let's try to delete this. Let's not delete this. Okay, so let's key transform here. And it doesn't get, it worked yesterday, so something got broken here. Okay, let's not stay here. It was working, so maybe just a different pipeline, a different scene. So need to try one more time. Let's leave it for now. Yeah, so these were constraints. Let me just check if we didn't. Yeah, we did forget. We forget that we can bake them. Yeah, we can bake them. Okay. And you don't have the constraint. Let's just, yeah, that you delete it from here. And now you have just the transforms on your sphere. So you don't have the constraint right now. And that's how you work with the constraints. Okay. So that was all for the constraints. Let's continue with, let's just hide the sphere. Okay. And let's hide it from here too. Let's delete it from here. The next thing that I will show you is poses. You have here the icon. You can open this. You can see that I've created some of the poses already. And that you have here only the folder that Unreal provides you with. So it's a control pose. If you want to add your own folder, you can just right click here, add existing folder to view, and you can select your folder. Like I don't have one for now, and I will work with Unreal's folder. But if you want to add your own, you can do this this way. So let's see. Poses is something similar to Studio Library in Maya. Not advanced yet, but they are working on that. Let's see. Let's say that we want to, yeah, we want to see this pose. I will work with his arm. I will select this control, and I will open Animation Outliner, and you will have here your rig, your controls. And how to work better with that is that if you go here and you can focus on selection. So if you don't have this, you can select and nothing happens. If you have this, you can select and it automatically jumps to your control. Okay, I will select these and let's see. I will need all the fingers, all of these too. Just one more finger to go. Okay, and let's see the pose of his arm. Create pose. Arm pose. Now let's sharing. If I fly closer, I can create a thumbnail, and you can see that it updates in real time, like that. Yeah, that can work. And what do we have? We have here some possibilities. Let's change the pose. Let's do it this way. Let's delete all of these. all of this. Mhm. We need some, okay, we need something like that. That will work for us. And we'll go to the very end, is in the bind pose, and we want to apply this pose. So for that, I will deselect all of this. I will select my pose. And here's the trick. All the time that you are applying the pose, you need to select the controls that you are applying it to. So let's do it. I'm selecting the pose, select the controls. It will automatically select the controls that are used in this pose, and paste pose. It worked. Let's Control Z. Okay. We have here some options. We can key. I forgot to add it. Let's do it again. Paste pose. Okay, and it adds key for this pose. And by the way, please have this icon enabled. It will create a key when you change something, the same that you have in Maya. And if you don't have this enabled, you will just change the pose and it will not be keyed. So we are little key checked on, and let's mirror. With mirror, it's more tricky. If you, well, I was stuck at this for like one hour or more because I was trying to mirror the pose and it was not mirroring, and that's because I didn't select the proper controls. So when you check on mirror, you need to check, you need to click on select controls again. So let's see, it will how to do that so you can see it. Okay, if I click mirror and if I select controls, it will check, it will select the controls on the other hand. So if you will not do this, if you, let's say, I will deselect everything, I will select my pose, I will select controls, only then I click mirror and paste pose, it will paste on my initial arm. I don't want that. So select pose, click mirror, only then click select controls and paste. And then we have our pose mirrored. Okay. And what I added in 5.6 is additive mode, which is broken. I watched some YouTube tutorials and they were not showing additive mode, so probably it was broken for them too. When I tried it before the lecture, let's not mirror it. Let's just select controls for that hand. Let's say that I want to apply it not fully, but on 50%. Enter. Okay, now it works. It was worse yesterday. It was applying like 150, not, oh, yeah, now it's doing it. Okay, you see. It was, I'm not sure what it did. Let's, yeah, so as you can see, it's tricky for now. Let's try it one more time. Maybe it will work right now. Oh, maybe we can do it like that. So select controls and paste pose. No, so it will paste pose fully. We don't want that. Let's again delete all of this and let's give it one last time. I will do it like that. It doesn't look correct. Okay. Now it's better. Okay, now it works better. So you need to drag this scroller. The worst thing that I tried yesterday was when I released the slider. It was applying once again and once again and once again, but now it works. Okay, let's just, okay, so you need just to drag. And now it works. Okay, Got it? So that works in 5.6. Just be careful with this. I will uncheck this. And also you can have, if you are working with a custom rig, you can change the mirror settings. For example, you want to copy from left to right or from different axes. You can check your settings here. Let's delete this pose. And let me just check if we didn't forget anything. Okay, yeah, so I told you everything about the poses. And for mirror controls, let's go back to poses just to grab this pose. Select controls, paste pose. Okay, and with this control selected, Unreal also introduced a hotkey for mirroring. It was Control Shift M. Let's try this. Okay, so it copies from the other controls. So if you're selected right hand, and if you click Control Shift M, it will copy from the left to right. And let's try it like that. So we are selecting this, and let's try. Let's just uncheck. Let's try Control Shift M. Okay, yeah, so it works like that. Control Shift M for mirroring. It's a hotkey, and you can change them in your editor preferences. Let's just delete all of this. Okay, now it's definitely all for mirroring controls and for poses, but let's say that we want to mirror animation. Again, it's not a new technology, not a new tool, but I will show you anyway because we are in a process of mirroring, and mirroring poses without mirroring animations is not good. So for that, let's create a new sequence just to not break anything here. Knowledge sharing, mirror animation. Let's open this. We can even use this menu. Add actor track, this one. And we need the animation. Just save this. Yeah, I have this animation. And for that, we will need a new file. So right click. It's called mirror. Okay, mirror data table. We will need this for mannequin, accept, no sharing, mirror. You will not need to change anything here. It's just the file with information which bone should be mirrored to which bone. So don't change anything here. Just close it, and you have this file. And now we need our sequencer and we need our animation. So let's grab this, the same animation. Go to sequencer, animation, here. And we need to delete our control rig. We don't need that. I think I also pasted it. No, from the beginning. Okay. Or no. Yeah. Now it's correct. Okay. And let's see. We have our animation here. We don't have our control rig. And let me just find where it was. So it was somewhere here. So you are clicking here. Let's just find the setting. It was here. So you need to right click on the animation properties. And here you have playback options. And here, let's before doing this, let's check which side is which. So he is waving with his left hand, okay, with his left arm. Okay, and he's rotating to his right side. Okay, let's do this. Playback, knowledge sharing mirror, and our animation should have been mirrored. Okay, and he's doing this with his right arm right now, and he's moving to his left side, to his left leg. So that's a success. Our animation is mirrored. And how to work with these later? We need to bake this animation to animation sequence. For that, right click. So not on the animation, but on the menu, right click, bake animation sequence. Oh, let's find a proper folder for that. Knowledge sharing, animation, knowledge sharing, knowledge sharing, mirrored sequence. Okay, let's just save all of this and let's go and check. Mirror animation, not here. Okay, this one. It has all of this time because I didn't, I didn't cut this red line, so I needed to do it like this. Let's try this again. Bake animation sequence. Let's find this again. Animation, knowledge sharing. Okay, this one is new. Let's save this one. Let's save this one. Okay, we don't have empty frames, and it's mirrored. He's waving with his right hand right now, and he was waving with his left hand. Okay, and that's all for mirroring animations. Next, we will talk about animation layers. It's here, or you can find it here also. Basically, it works the same as in Maya. Let's just open, and another sequence. We were working with, let's just save everything with this sequence. Yeah, that was it. So let's say I have an animation and I want to edit some of the controls. I want to edit this control, so I'm grabbing this and creating a layer for this. We have our base layer and we have our new layer. This name is totally fine for me. You have additive and override layer. Additive will be working on top of the animation you will have. Again, the same in Maya, and override will override all the animation for this control you have. And these layers are working only with the controls that you put in here. So if you want to, let's say, add an elbow here, so you right click, add selected. Let's remove selected. Let's work only with the pelvis, so with the body control. And let's see. And when you click on your layer, you will be automatically scrolled down to this layer. So you have like a separate animation layer with body control. Let's see. Let's say I want this control to be at the same position here, but to the middle of the animation, I want him to like sit. And here back to this position. And now we have all of our animation, and he's sitting in the middle of this. You can change the weight of this layer. So the weight for now is 1, like it's fully in work. We can, key this. Here it will be 0, here it will be 1. And here it will be 0, 2. So you can play with this whatever you want. I just delete this. You can mute the layer. And now we have only the basic layer, and this one is muted. You can lock the layer, and nobody will, edit whatever you did here. You will not be able to edit this. And let's see. Okay, so we have our layer right now, and let's try to bake this. Let me just check my notes. And that was something that I didn't find how to do in Unreal. I suppose that they don't have this functionality yet, that you can't bake your animation layer right now. So there's no like baking button, baking option anywhere here. You can, the only thing that I can suggest you is just to bake your animation sequence like fully, like this, bake animation sequence, as we did with mirroring. So it will be here. And then you will have your ready animation. So that's the only way from what I see. There's no separate button for baking animation layers. Yes, and that was all for animation layers. Let's try to delete this. Okay, we can delete this, and let's delete it from here. Okay. So the next topic is layered control rig, and this one, it was not highly popular on the internet, and Epic didn't talk much about that, but we used it on our project, and it was a lifesaver for us. So let me show you. I'm looking for a rig that I prepared for this lecture. Let's just find it like this. Okay, let's just find it like this. Yeah, this one. I just open this. And as you can see, there's not so much stuff going on. I only have 2 controls for the bending bones. So it's like bending rig, but just for 2 bones. Yes, it works like that. Really easy setup. And for layered rig to work, you need to have backward solve. If you don't have backward solve, you will not be able to work with that. So please do this. It's quite easy for this case. Here you can see. So I'm just looking for the bones and putting here, yeah, all of this. And construction event, I'm just creating these controls. And forward solve, just parent constraints. Okay. Let's come back to our sequencer. And for adding control rig, you are going here, control rig, and you have checkbox layered. Let's just enable this. Let's go here again. And as you can see, I have only one layered control rig here. Let's add it here. And now you have two control rigs in here. This one is the main from Epic, and this one is my control rig for like two bending bones. And all of our animation, if you set up everything properly in your control rig, if nothing breaks, if you have the backward solve, everything should work smoothly. And as you can see, I still have all of my animation that I had before, and my controls are here on top of all of this animation. And if I, at some point, want to go here, I need left. Okay, let's grab this, paste the key here. Let's put it here. And here I will bend his arm, and here I will bend it the other side. And here I will, copy this key to reduce all the changes. It will work like this. So here it's bending, and here it's bending, and here it's not bending. So you can have two or even more control rigs in the same animation sequence. And that's all for layered control rigs. Let's just delete this so it doesn't break anything here. Okay, so I just deleted this, and that's all. And the next thing that I wanted to share with you, let me just find a file. It's here. How do you like my image viewer? Okay, so this is the screenshot from presentation from Unreal, and they told that they were collaborating with Agora Studio. Agora Studio is a studio which works with rigs for Maya and Blender, and they released a lot of free and cool rigs. You can download them from their site, and they are, as I told, for Maya and for Blender. And they are working with Unreal, and they are creating rigs for Control Rig for Unreal. And they are going to create this family and put them into Unreal, so you can try animating in Unreal. And they told that they are releasing this sometime this year. So we are waiting. And they already introduced on their Epic presentation a video with robots that they did with Agora Studio in Unreal, so you can check it out. And the next new, yeah, let's check this out. And animators will love it the best. So if you're working on sequencer, you do have curves like graph editor in Maya. So you are clicking here and you have the curves. Let's just select our pelvis, so like our body control. And you have all of these. You have the curves. Let's start with something that's less exciting, but also cool. Here you have different tools for working with curves. So you have lattice. Let's say that I want to edit this. I want to change these so I can work like this with this curve. Let's undo everything. I can work with multi-scale, and I can scale my curve both sides. Let's also undo. I can retime, just make it longer or make it shorter. I can transform, just move all of this over here. And of course, I can do it with, with not all of the curve, but with, the part of this. And yes, and selection. So you have all of these pretty tools. And the part that I hope and I think that animators will be the most excited about is this Animbot type tools that Unreal introduced in Unreal 5.6 for free. So you have tween tools, smooth and everything here. Let's just check them out. So let's go here. Actually, let's go here. What do we have to be? Okay, so we can adjust our curves with these sliders. We can smooth rough. We can create time offsets. As you can see, this one goes here. We can move relative. I didn't undo something. Yeah, now it's better. We can move relative. Okay, like that. We can blend these. We can push and pull. Blend neighbors. And also we have overshoot. So let's see which one. Let's try with this one. Okay. Yeah, so like this. And yes, you have all of these tools for free in Unreal from 5.6. And you also have them here, Tweens. And you have this hovering window. So if you're working in the viewport and you want to adjust something really fast, it will be working for the selected time. So you can drag whatever you want, wherever you want, and just hide it with these two. That was for curve editor and Anibot type sliders. The next what we will look for is trails. Let's also work with the body control. You have trails here. You can enable this. And as you can see, we already have trail. And you can adjust the view of this. So if you go here, you see for which control you have the trail. And what I found the most useful, if somebody likes this, you can do this for set frames. So it's not for full animation, but for the specific range that you put here, or I will just go with a full trail. And you can also change the style of your trail. So you can increase key size. Let's go back to 10. You can change the color, you can change the thickness and adjust it whatever you like. And you also can edit not the control, but the keys on your trails. So let's see, let's grab this and put them here. And let's see what we did, what we already broke. Yeah, and here we broke him. Let's undo this. So you can show the trails, you can adjust the keys right on the trail, not only the control, and you can adjust the visuals of your trails. And let's hide this. The next tool is temporary pivot tool here. Okay, let's find his leg. Yeah, this position is okay for me. Let's grab this control. And let's turn on toggle temporary pivot tool. It has, again, this window, and it has two modes. The first one is edit, and the second one is pose. If I'm in edit pose, I can move my temporary pivot to the place where I need it to be. Let's move it here. Let's say that our rig doesn't have like hill setup, so you can, put him on the toe. So I am doing it with the temporary pivot tool. I am happy with the position of my pivot tool. I go to the pose, and it's got deactivated. So let's pose. And I have my temporary pivot in another place. And I can rotate my leg from the toe. And I can go back to the regular, tool and just move my control as usual. And let's go back. Let's not break all of this. Okay, and let's save this. That was temporary pivot tool. And let's talk about space switching. By default, all the controls in Unreal have two spaces. Here you have them, parent and world. You can switch between them without losing all of your animation, and you also can select your own space, like space switch, when you are animating, so you don't need to adjust the rig. You can ask the rigger to adjust your control rig, and you will have a temporary space. But if you don't want to wait, or if you just want to do all of this yourself, you can do it right in the animation in the sequencer. Let's say that we want our head to follow our upper arm. For some reason, I want this. So I'm creating a new space, and it was upper arm. So I'm putting it here. Why? What causes cycle? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, because I selected the upper arm and I wanted to create upper arm space for my upper arm. So I need to select the head, and I need to search for upper arm right of key. And now we have it. And if we will move because I didn't switch it. Okay, so I need to select my head. I need to switch to this space. And now if I will move my upper arm, my head will also move. If for some strange reason you need this, you can do this, but you can choose whatever control you need and create a new space for it. And let's go back to parent. I just delete this. And it will not allow us to delete. Yeah, that was something that I was looking for and couldn't find. Yeah, so okay, let's just leave it here and just switch to parent and forget about it. The next thing that is quite useful and comfortable and makes our life easier in Unreal is this button. So now if I work with my my character, if I select something, let's say that I want to select this. Okay, so okay, when selecting, it understands that I want to select only my character. But if I select, I misclicked and I selected this one, the part of the level. If I turn on this mode, I will not be able to select anything in the world except from the control rig. So I can be, safe about that. Quite useful. The next thing is anim details panel here. So Unreal updated. It's not huge update, but it makes our life more comfortable in Unreal. So we can select multiple channels right now and edit them at the same time. So let's say I want to put here 5, and it will go for all the channels. Let's undo this. And it also works with math. So let's put here 5, and we want to, multiply it by 25. Okay, great job. So that was for anim details. And also anim outliner. I already told you about this. This like outliner for your rig, so you can have all your controls here. You can select your controls here. You can select your controls in the viewport, and it will jump to your controls. And also let's add back our layered control rig, and you will have both of them here. So here is the regular rig, and here is the layered control rig. So you have everything here together. Next one will be, let's just delete layered control rig, and let's choose another character for that. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. The character from the yesterday lecture. I just move it somewhere here. Okay, and let's add it here. Add actor grab beholder. And I want to add control rig for that. For some reason it doesn't work. Let's see why. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. I've hidden something already, so let's just delete. Okay, you know what? Let's create a new sequence just to be sure that Unreal doesn't crash and doesn't do anything for our files. So sequences. Now let's share and let's create a new sequence. You know what? Let's grab also a new version of Beholder, just to be sure that Unreal doesn't break anything. Let's find this. Okay, this one. And now it works. It has some dynamics. If you are curious how to do that, you are free to watch yesterday's lecture. Let's save while it works. And let's add deformers. Deformers in Unreal are also control rigs. So let's see. To add deformer, we will work with the lattice. I go here, control rig, and here in this settings, I need to add. Let me check what was this called. It was called engine content. So I have this enabled. If you have this disabled, you will not have all of these rigs. So please enable this. And here you can see that I have not only my control rigs for this character, but also some stuff with strange names. And let's find the lattice here. I will use this one. And we have this lattice. And it goes here. So we have this control rig, and we have another control rig, which is our lattice deformer. Here we have points. If we edit points, we will edit the visual of our character. But if we add the lattice deformer, We can position it how we like. Let's move it here. Let's scale it this way. You know what? For some reason, I just want to save all. Okay, save all. Yeah, just to be safe. Okay, let's come back to our lattice deformer. Something happened. Let's delete this. And let's add this again. Okay, and let's move this. So I'm grabbing lattice deformer and I move this here and scale this. So I want to deform only the circle. Let's scale it down a little bit. Maybe like this, and that's fine. And let's do it this way. Let's adjust this lattice a little bit. Like select some vertices. And to not select my rig, let's disable it for this time. Deactivate. Okay. And I just grab our points and destroy our character. I'll just grab these. And these two. And also these. What is that I selected? I don't want that. I want only these. And these. And maybe this. No, not that. Okay, let's say I'm happy with the current result. Yeah, let's leave it like this. So we destroyed our character. We changed how we like this. I will activate this my control rig again. So I can move points or I can move lattice deformer. And let's see. If I just change the position, it will work like this. And let's animate this. So at the first frame, at 0 frame, I will paste the key and I will, you know what, I will put the key here too. And in the beginning, I will move it here. It will go here and then it will go here. Let's see if it's not too fast. That's fine, that's perfect. Let's see. And yeah, so we created lattice deformer, we animated this, and let's say that we want to bake it somehow. And we can bake it to the cache, to the geometry cache. To do that, we need to click on this tool. Let's just select this. Click here, and let's find this bake geometry cache. Let's find the folder. Animation, knowledge sharing, geometry cache, a folder, lattice, and save it. Yes. And let's check what we have. Knowledge sharing. Yeah, this one. It will not be a skeletal mesh. You will not be able to edit this. It will just be the geometry with some animation. But maybe for some reason you will need that. Okay, so navigation here is quite strange. I can't rotate the camera. I was able to do this yesterday, but okay. We still can see that there is some deformation happen. happens. Oh, now I can read it. And we have this cache. If you need this someday, you can do this. And that was for the lattice and bake geometry cache. The next thing I will show you is Media Viewer. We enabled the plugin for this in the beginning, and let's find a Media Viewer. Here he is. And now, it's highly in progress. Epic are still working on that, but maybe you will find usage for that. So let me show you what I found, how to work with that. Here in this library in editor viewports, you can put here the viewports A or B. So it works like this. You have just a single image, two like this or two like this. I prefer this one, so I will move everything here and I will use B. Yeah, so be part of my screen. And let's say that I want to have a picture of something here. Let's find the picture. Animation, I had pictures here. Yeah, let's use this Agora Studio announcement for, yeah, let's do this. And here the things got more complicated. Because it's not that comfortable to work with all of these. So we can go here. Let me just find this. So you go, so you can change the image opacity, but only for the B image. So let's swap A and B. Now we have our image on top of our camera from the sequencer. But that's not helpful because we have like only half of this. We can move this line and it will be better. And, just drag all of this here and work like this. But it only works with the images. So if you find this helpful, let's just, yeah, okay, so it plays everything that you have in the sequencer. That's good, but you can't play the video here. I have a video I prepared. Yeah, this video. Replace image. Does it work? No? Video B. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's do this. Swap A and B. Let's put our video here. And it doesn't. Let's try to reopen this. No. So we will paste our viewport into A. We will paste our video into here. And it doesn't work. Maybe here. It doesn't work. Let's try one more time. No. Okay. It doesn't work. It's laggy. It doesn't work properly. It has a lot of disadvantages, but it's highly in process. Epic are working on that. They told that they want the work of this tool to be as comfortable as in Maya when you have your references, when you can overlay images and videos, but it's still in progress. And when I managed yesterday to put the video here, image was playing, but separately from the sequencer. So it was still no use of this for now. But if you want to overlay just one image, you can do this. Okay, one last thing before we move on to the render is linked anim sequence. Yeah. Let me open, let's save this and let's open the previous one with many. It was this one, but here with many. Also, it's not new, but if somebody doesn't know, I will just tell you that when we are happy with the result, we can bake our animation into the sequence, and we can do this in two ways. We can bake it. Just check. Yeah, control is here, so we can bake it to animation sequence, or we can create a linked animation sequence. Bake animation sequence is just a regular animation sequence, and linked, it means that you will be able to edit this anytime you want, and all the changes that you do in your sequencer with this with this sequencer will go into the animation. So if you edit this, it will be updated automatically. So let's create linked animation sequence here. And let's put it content, knowledge sharing, animation, knowledge sharing. Linked main. Okay. Export. Let's find this. Linked menu. Let's save this. And let's edit him. Let's add a layer. Okay, layer. And let's move his pelvis. Like this. So now he's sitting all the animation. When you save it, only when you save it, it will be updated in this animation. Let's see. Now he's sitting. And if we go back to our sequencer and if we disable mute layer, he's back to standing. Let's save it. And this many is also standing. That's how you work with linked anim layers, anim sequence. And the last thing that I will show you is how to render all of these. And they added a quick render tool, and it will be available only if you enable the plugin that I showed you in the beginning, Movie Render Samsung. The difference is that if you are rendering the regular way, you need to create a camera to, to pose the camera, to put it into the correct place. And with quick render, you don't need that. You can render just your viewport. You can do it really fast. So you go here. Here's quick render. You select this, but also let's go into the settings. I'm choosing here use viewport camera in sequence, so I don't need any camera. Let's say I want to render it like this. Oh, not like this. Like this will be fine. Okay, I'm happy with the result. That's the only setting that I change here. I can also change the output directory. Let's just, okay, it's a good one. And quick render, begin. And let's wait while it quick renders. It's preparing something. It tells that it's warming up. Oh, actually, will it allow me to close it? No. Can I close it, please? Okay, the best way to do this is to cut your time range to something really small because we don't need the full animation. We just need to, to test it. Yeah, that would be the best way to do this. And quick render again. Oh no, not here, here. It will also think, but it will do it faster. Yeah, you see how fast it goes. And we have this. And the disadvantage of this way is that you can only output the image sequence. You don't have the video, you have a lot of images. And the way to open this, let me just show you. You can open this with the player that is called Deja Vu. You just copy all of this, drag and drop it here, and you can play your sequence. It's really fast and short because we reduced the time range, but here you have it. If you don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this player, I want just my regular player. The only way to render this is with the regular render tool. And let me show it to you because I needed to render some stuff a couple of days ago and it was so confusing. So I will show you how to render your animation. For that, we will need a camera. Yeah, I have my notes and I have like big red uh, text create a camera because I was trying to do that yesterday without the camera and my Unreal got frozen and my computer got frozen because it was thinking too much. So please create a camera before doing that. So create a camera. Uh, create a camera and what I would like to do here. Mm, I would like to select this camera. Why don't we have it here? Here in details, let's find focus. Let's select many. And now many is in focus. And if you click here, you will see how, how it will look like in the output. And also what I like to do is not these two planes. Just let it think. So one I will use for my viewport, like perspective camera. And the next one I will use for sign camera actor as my output camera. So I can animate here and I can see the final result here. And it's more comfortable to work with. But for now, we are just rendering. So let's go back to the one view. Okay, I have my camera. Now, let's open the render settings. So I have movie render queue selected. I go here. I have my sequence where it will go and some settings. I click on settings. Here I can change where it will go. Let's choose this folder, desktop knowledge sharing. And here, if we want to output the movie MP4 and not the image sequence, we need to add command line encoder. And nothing here, just accept. And you will not be able to do this unless you change the settings. So you will need to download encoder, which is called FFmpeg. And let me just open the link. Yeah, this is how it's called, FMPG. You go to the Windows if you have Windows. Here. Now we need to find the full this one, you download this archive and you put it somewhere where you cannot lost it. So, for example, I put mine on here. So on program file, C program files, FFM, this one, bin, and we will need all of these three files, XF files. You will have some like license documentation, everything in this zip archive. You can delete this. You need only these three files. Save this location. Then go into, let's see, edit project settings. Let's just call this. Then you go into plugins. You need to scroll down to find plugins, movie pipelines, this CLI encoder. You put your where you put your this thingy FFM, here, and you add here the name of the XF file. So your path should look like that. This one is standard for Unreal. You will not need to change here anything. Then these three you need to change. Just put here exactly what I have, and you will have your render in MP4. That's tricky. That's not intuitive, but that's how it works in Unreal. Then when you do all of this, you can go into render movie. Just check that we have this option here, command line encoder. Okay, we have it here, accept. And now, yeah, we have just a few frames. Let's render locally. And just let him to think. Still waiting. Yeah, as you can see, this regular render takes more time than our quick render. If it will allow you. No, it will not allow. Okay, let's just wait for it to finish. It will be fast. Almost finished. Okay, it didn't open. Let's just open it like this. And we have our video. Let's open this. Yeah, it's really fast, just a few frames, but we have it here.